Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the webinar. I can see some people are still joining in, and yeah, let's give it a minute before we start. If you can hear my voice clearly, just type yes in the chat box so that I know that my voice is loud and clear and you are able to hear me. Great. Okay, there are lots of yeses. Fine. Looks like the voice is absolutely fine. So let's give another 30 seconds and see. We'll see more people joining in. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna start shortly. It's around in 15 seconds now. Okay, I can still see there are people still joining in. Nice. All right, let's get started. Welcome everyone. Let's get this webinar started. Assuming some of our viewers are real estate brokers, agents, investors, and some of are new to the real estate market and real estate investing. So we're going to keep this webinar simple and very easy to understand by everyone. In today's webinar, we're going to be discussing about the market, the real estate market, how the real estate market is, the overall market, which is an introduction. Then we'll head towards what is Inferium all about, its mission and its vision, and why everyone or the investors start using Inferium, what is the concept behind it, and how it works. On the next slide, you will see that what are the use cases and the future plans of Inferium. And then lastly, at the end of the webinar, we'll have a Q&A session where people or the investors can ask us any questions related to Inferium platform or how this thing works. If you still have some doubts, you would like to clear it out, we can discuss that all in this session. All right, to really understand the real estate market, we need to see the market trends. There are two types of trends. One is market upwards trend and then market downwards trend. During these trends, smart investors, they make good amount of money while the trend is up, or it might be down. So yes, both ways, the investors, they make money. So let's start with 2008 when the market has crashed and a recession was there globally. It was a global recession. And in 2008, lots of people have lost their jobs and all the market was completely down. It was a very devastating moment for everyone, like as it is in this pandemic in 2019. So what happens exactly in 2008? Most of the investors, they keep set amount of money for this kind of recession to happen. And usually these kind of recessions, they happen in a period of 6 to 10 years. During the 1800s, the recession used to be like 2 or 3 years or 4 years after. But from recently, since we have seen the trend on 2008 onwards, it has taken around 10 years and 8 months another recession to hit. Before 2008, it took around 10 years, I believe, or 8 to 10 years still. So this is the reason most of the investors who are smart enough, they set an amount where they know where the recession is going to hit and they're going to start investing during that time, as most of the value comes from there. With a less amount of money, they can invest into more properties. So we're going to be discussing over here only real estate property market, and we will not be discussing about the shares and bonds or any other investment aside from this bitcoins as well, because we are also going to be joining a Bitcoin family from by Q3 or Q4 of this year. So we will give you a little bit of guidelines on how we are going to be reaching to the Bitcoins market. Anyways, so as you can see, the market trend has reached from 2008 to 2010, and the investors have started investing in 2010. And that's the trend which has started going upwards. And most of the smart investors, they start investing during this time, and this is how the market value starts increasing. Now in 2010 and 2012, upwards going towards 2014, and then to mostly about 2016. That's the time. This is around 8 years now. What happens? Most of the investors, they will stop. They know that a recession is going to hit at any moment, so they stop investing and they start withdrawing themselves to make to have an appreciation value. So they keep it as 7 to 8 years as an appreciation value for their property, that this is enough for them during this 8 years. Now they might get 20% or 30% from the market value of a property appreciation, but that would be it. Thereafter, the trend started going down because, as I said, the investors start pulling out their investments. Some of them stop investing. So it keeps going down during 2017, 18, and 19. Now, the recession hit in 2019, and this was due to global pandemic, and as you all are aware of, and it was in the Q4 of 2019. Thereafter, the market started falling down during 2020 and start picking up in 2021. In 2021, why it started picking up? Because the pandemic started coming down and the investors started investing the money which they have set aside in 2021, by investing in real estate markets, stock, share, bonds, whatever it might be. So basically, we are discussing about real estate market. So they started investing in real estate market. For a small amount of money, they can buy more during this time since the market is really down. And this is what we also have to concentrate on. Now, to understand what a real estate is. Real estate is been there for generations, and most of the people usually think that real estate is all about buying, selling, and renting properties. Well, that might be technically the important aspect of this field, but like any other investment, there is a sense of control with what you hold. The variables that can directly impact the real estate is quite significant. And when it comes to the market trends, some of the investors can make money by using some techniques. And when the trend is down, there are other techniques which can be used to be more profitable. And like as of this in 2021, you would have heard news in the news as well that in 2021 there are lots of properties has been sold, and the reason behind it is the investors have started investing into real estate since the market is very low. And due to this, they know that during the coming next 3 or 5 years, they will get their money back and it would be highly appreciated up to 25 to 30%. Regardless of the trend, whether it's up or down, in real estate, you will always make money, no matter what happens. Since it's a rental business, when it comes to renting, everyone still needs a place to stay. And the better way is to get properties in the places where people really want to rent the properties in. And this has been taken care by our property advisors. They are highly experienced and probably around 16, 17 years in the market. And they are the one who decides which property goes onto our marketplace. We will be discussing this in the coming webinar. Now, since you have learned about how the market is and what are the real estate market trends and how the market, how to make money during the upwards and downward trends, so where Inferium takes place. Now, what is Inferium? Inferium is a global real estate crowdfunding platform where people from anywhere in the world can join together and start investing with us on the properties which are there on our marketplace. Our ecosystem is based on blockchain technology, as I have discussed with you earlier, that in future we would be joining the blockchain family of Bitcoins or Ethereum. That would be in Q3 or Q4, depending upon how the situation of the market is, and depending also upon the laws of where we are processing it. As far as we know, in UAE until now there is nothing as of now, but since we are a global market and we are registered in UAE, we are registered in UK, we are also registered in US and Philippines. And we would be definitely spreading our wings in 2021 or in 2022 or 2023 to 190 countries, hopefully, inshallah. And we'll see how it takes up from there. You will see that in our marketplace, we are starting with real estate properties in Dubai, as it has good appreciation value as of now, and it is highly profitable. So we're starting with Dubai, then later on go to London, California, Miami, Philippines, Manila, and then so on and so forth. With Inferium, you do not require a huge amount of capital to invest with us. We do have competitors in our market who are offering better prices, but we offer lower than them, and we are the only platform which is available at the moment who is allowing investors to invest as per their budget. It might be $3 or more, or $10, 1,050, whatever your budget fits. So not only professional investors, but individuals can invest and diversify their investment portfolio by knowing, that the investment is 99% safe and it's risk-free. The reason that 1% is behind is we really don't know what the future holds for us. And during this pandemic, there could be another pandemic in 2 to 3 years. We have no idea. But this is the reason we are leaving this 1% behind. Real estate investment always do make money, and they are always mostly risk-free investments. And a new investor can start investing with us into real estate. When I was a couple of years ago, let's say it was in 2011 or 2012, I was really interested in investing, and during at that time, I did not had enough money to invest into real estate. And this made me think like how there would be many people who would like to make money through real estate investment, and how would they do that? The only thing comes up into my mind was I have to make a platform of my own where I would be the one who would break this tradition of high capital. As we see traditionally, you can only invest with a high capital, but with Inferium you can start investing with whatever your budget it might be. With us, you will get all the benefits of investing into real estate. You invest, you get monthly returns on the rentals, which is coming from the renters, and then you will get your investment back within 5 years, within a period of 5 years, or if the property appreciation reaches to 30%, whichever may come first, we refund your payment, your investment, whatever it might be, after 5 years. Then after the appreciation, once the property is sold, the appreciation value is being calculated and distributed to the investors who have invested for that particular property which has been sold. That's an additional income. So this is the beauty. I mean, you invest less and you still have the opportunity to be benefited with all the profits which will come with this particular investment for that particular property. Sorry. So, what is Inferium's mission and vision? Uh, our mission and vision is very simple, and aside from like other businesses, money is there first. For us, it's secondary. Our first target and first goal is to create history in the world, like Uber, Airbnb, Amazon, and Netflix. Similar to them, we would like to reach to that level. I know it's a long shot as of now, but in a couple of years, this is what we are targeting on, and this is what our mission is at the moment. So by building this platform, we are blurring the line between the affluent and the ordinary, and empowering billions of people to earn by investing into global real estate. No matter where they are from, just with a click of button, they can invest into any properties which would be on our marketplace based on their budget. We are reinventing the investment for real estate, uh, helping people understand and confide what we believe to be the future of real estate industry for generations to come. So we are 100% simple, secure, and transparent. There is no hidden agendas with us. Everything would be clear crystal clear. And the next question is, who is it for? Who can invest? Even if you're an investor, would like to invest with us, yes, you are welcome. People who are not new to investment and new to real estate market, they can invest as well as with us. So basically, Inferium platform is for everyone. Whoever wants to start earning passive income on monthly basis, this platform is for them. We would like to make this platform as simple as possible. This is the reason we have said that you don't buy a coffee and you sorry, so you don't buy a coffee and you invest with us. So it's less than a price actually of a coffee. So for example, if a person is having 4 or 5 cups of coffee from Starbucks or wherever, they can cut down on it, uh, take like two coffee a day and invest 3 cup of coffees with us. So this is something which, in the concept of of the investment of $3, and this is the reason this whole webinar is based on it. So basically, cut down on coffee and start investing with Inferium. All right. So after understanding the concept of market trends, what is real estate, what is Inferium, and what it brings you. So how can we start investing with Inferium? To be honest with you, it's very simple. You just require 3 things to start with. A computer. This could be a laptop, tablet, desktop, or a smartphone. Especially like now, everybody has a smartphone. You can say like the percentage would be around, in the global, it would be around 80 to 90% of the people would already have are already having, sorry, a smartphone. So a computer with an internet connection and a $3 to start with, and you can start earning with us. As simple as that. So what do you get by investing with us? You are getting a piece of property, which we like to call it a stake of a particular property. Let's take an example. Like for example, if there is a property A, this property A is worth 500,000 dirhams or $150,000, give and take approximately. So we buy that particular property once it's 100% funded by you as an investors. The system sends a message automatically, closes the property, that investment, and sends a message to our property advisors and as well as our legal team. From there, our legal team and our property advisors purchase this particular property and puts it for rent. Currently, we are only putting properties on our marketplace which are, already rented out. So so the people are aware of the concept and it's easier for them to start making money from day one. In future, probably this would change, as the property which are already rented are a bit on a higher value, aside from the one which are not rented out. Some of them are furnished, some of them are non-furnished. So case to case scenario, whichever will bring us most profitable business, we'll go with that particular property. So we can take an example for people who want to buy gold bar, and especially the ladies who want to buy a jewelry set of gold. Uh, based, some of the people are able to buy the whole jewelry set or the gold bar of 1 kg at one go. And most of us, we start buying in grams. We just buy a fraction of those particular item which we would like to get. So in this case, gold, you will be only getting grams, and for ladies it would be like, they will just buy the bracelet first and the necklace, or just the necklace, or the bracelet and the necklace and the ring, either ways. So we are buying in fractions, just depending on our budget, and that makes us happy as well at the same time, but it's not earning us money on monthly basis. Whereas with Inferium, you would be earning money on monthly basis. So buying in a smaller quantity is mostly the easier and the smartest way to invest in something. Let's say, for example, probably today, if you bought a gold, which is the value is 200 dirhams, or let's say around $150, that might decrease or that might increase. So either ways, if it decreases, you are able to buy more quantity in a lesser value. And if it increases, you have the choice of not buying it at that time and wait for it until the prices goes similar to what you have bought earlier or lesser than that. So we call it as a smart investment, that you're getting in small quantities and you still have the full benefit of it. So how it works, there are 4 stages how the platform works. uh, I have already discussed this just a few seconds ago. Investors invest, and once the property is 100% funded, we buy it and rent it out. Once the rental income comes on monthly basis, we distribute that rental income to our investors based on their investment. And lastly, we wait until 2 to 5 years, or when the property appreciation reaches to 30%. So whichever may come first, based on that, we sell the property and then distribute the profit and the amount of investment initially made in the beginning to our investors. We have many use cases, and we are going to discuss only top 3 use cases as of today. So before I start with this, I would like to remind you, if you have any questions and if there is anything doubtful and you wanted to ask, please do use our Q&A box and a chat box. Mention all the questions which is doubtful for you and you would like to ask us, and I will try my level best by the end of this webinar answer them all if the time permits. Definitely. In the first 2 categories, the investors can directly contact us on our email or by phone. And only for these 2 categories, we have a separate platform where a buyer, where an investor, they have already an amount where they can buy the whole property at one go, or they have already 2 people who are willing to invest on a particular property on our upcoming marketplace, or there are 10 people. So total of from 2 to 10 people or 10 investors can invest in one particular property, and we have a separate platform for them, and they can contact us directly by email or by phone, and we would love to help them out. So these are the first 2 categories. The third category is the main category for everyone, which we call it as a crowdfunding property category, sorry. So in this category, as I explained earlier, they can buy as many stakes as possible, starting with $3, and start investing with us and get monthly returns on it. Okay, I think the slide got stuck here somewhere. Okay, now it's here. I can see it now. Fine, perfect. So the property on sale, this is the particular property which is going to be available on our marketplace from next week onwards. So anyone who is interested in investing with us, this is the particular property which will be available on our marketplace. This is in Dubai Marina, and it has around 871 square foot. And the total value of this is 197,000 plus US dollars, or around 750 dirhams. The location is in Iskana Marina Tower, and it is already rented, as I told you earlier, that we are getting only those properties which are already rented. So this is rented until December 2021, the end of this year. So once this property gets 100% funded, from day one you will start making money because it's already rented. Every month the rent comes, it will be distributed to the investors based whatever their investment is. Since we are reaching to our finale of the webinar, we would like to discuss about our future plans. Currently, we are only listing, as I have told you, properties which are residential. In future, we would be listing commercial properties like restaurants, hotel apartments, warehouses, villas, offices, etc. So as of now, we are going only with residential properties, but in future, definitely we have plans to go with commercial properties, which are restaurants, hotel apartments, warehouses, villas, offices, etc., etc. So if you guys have any questions, we have come to an end of our webinar. Do let us know if you have any questions. We are here to answer them all.